Hey, welcome back, man. Hey, there is an article by FreightWaves, and they say that the truckers are winning. All it does is just reaffirm what I've been telling you guys all along, man. Freight rates are up 35% across the board. Hey, man, look, if you want to get on that load board, I know where the load board is at. Okay, so you can start making some money. And if you are not getting to the money, you should. Maybe you got to hear from these people so they can give you a point of view. I'm going to go ahead without further ado and play the video. Yeah.
We are now at an all-time high in trucking spot rates at $3.86 a mile. That's the daily print. That's yesterday. The last peak was $3.83 a mile. We are 3 cents higher, and this will probably.
All right, off top, man, we are approaching record high rates cents per mile. Okay, I'm doing something like $3 a mile. The Russians, they are paying 70 and 75 cents per mile. They are paying 90% of the load. Drivers are reporting $5,000 as company drivers. They are reporting 15,000 as owner operators. Now, if you're not one of those companies right there, what you're probably doing, if you're at Swift, you're doing maybe $1,200 a week. Maybe if you're at Prime Inc., you're probably doing, $1,800 a week, which is fine, We know that you love those companies over there. You enjoy the nice facilities. You like going to get breakfast, and you can go into the cafeteria any time of night and get you a scrambled egg, right? With the Italian sub. You like eating Italian subs and fries. That's your thing, right? And you can do that. You can do that and mix up all type of drinks because they got a freestyle Coke machine in there, right? They have a freestyle Coke. You like the freestyle Coke over there, and you get to pay for that at the end of the week, because what you're going to do is put it on your trucker credit. You know what I mean? You're going to do that. But hey, is that really worth it? And you're going to take your $1,800 at the end of the week. You're going to take your $1,900 a week. Meanwhile, everybody else, we're like, you know what? We're going to just hold off on the immaculate terminal and just put all that money back into my pocket where it belongs. Shit, I can go ahead and order DoorDash or go to Waffle House if that's what I choose to do. That's what I choose to do. But you ain't got to do that. I know y'all like to do your own thing over there, but maybe $1,800 a week move y'all. Maybe y'all like $1,200 a week. But as for me, if I can go ahead and get my 2,500, my 3 racks a week, my 4,000 a week, my 90% of the load, I would rather do that. But hey, the choice is yours.
I would be the lowest number of the entire week. This is July 4th week. This is the busiest, most volatile week of the year in terms of market activity. We see tightening that always happens as drivers take off for July 4th, as well as we will see companies trying to push out their product.
As a matter of fact, this week I just booked a load for 1,000 miles, $4,000
to really get it into their last minute shipments, into production facilities, into warehouses, into stores before the holiday weekend. It's a really important thing to watch because it tells us a lot about where the market is trending. Now, we are hitting record spot rates despite fuel prices coming down significantly.
And usually that, whenever the fuel comes down, the rates will stay stagnant, right? I've been seeing that myself. I've had some of my friends, they talk about it, how, whenever the fuel comes down, the rates will match that. But that has not been the trend this time around. Like, this cycle is becoming something weird.
Over the last month, Retail fuel prices have dropped by about 78 cents a gallon, but wholesale fuel
Hey, things are looking good. Okay, I've been seeing fuel around $4 a mile. I've been watching it drop for somewhere between $4 and like $4.35 per mile, man. I mean,
prices have dropped over $1.50 a gallon. And it's really important to know that wholesale moves a lot faster than retail pump prices do. And that's because the truck stops tend to be very slow to drop prices when we have a declining market, but very fast to increase prices when rates are going up or prices are going up. But on wholesale, it reacts to the New York Mercantile Exchange contract, and it's priced accordingly to that, so it tends to move much quicker. That's exactly what the data is telling us. So retail diesel price.
All right, so y'all don't have to put the diesel into a Ziploc bag now. Y'all don't have to get the buckets of diesel and put it into the freezer. Y'all don't have to do that anymore, man. The price is coming down. The price is coming down. At least for you owner operators who are getting 90% of the load, for the ones who are experiencing the record high rates. Maybe you drivers over there who are still getting $1.50 per mile, loaded and empty. For you drivers over there who's getting $2 a mile over there at the Prime Inc., maybe y'all gonna have to just utilize the cruise control and get y'all fuel bonus, and that's how y'all get paid. But for everybody else out here, we're gonna just eat off the good profit margins, man.
Should come down, continue to come down. There's no reason they will go up from here. They've dropped about 10 cents a mile, and yet trucking spot rates are at all-time highs. It's really an important fact that these two numbers are disintermediated. Just because you get high fuel prices does not mean you'll get high trucking spot prices. And just because you see declining fuel prices does not mean that trucking spot rates will decline. And we're seeing that play out right now. It's all about what the clearing price in the market is and what the supply and demand metrics look like. And right now we're seeing very tight supply. Tender rejections are near cycle highs and should continue to go up over the next couple of.
So tender rejections, that's basically where the freight that goes from contract over to the spot market. That's what that is. I get a lot of my freight that I pull from tender rejection.
Days and into the weekend and probably into next week, we should see continued increase in tender rejections. And we will see spot rates reflect that, despite what fuel's doing. This is a great environment for motor carriers because they're getting cheaper fuel prices, having to pay cheaper fuel prices at the pump, but yet benefiting from higher spot rates. A really solid cash flow environment. And it does tell us a lot about what to expect in the second half. Second half, we're going to see more retail imports come in that will drive the freight market. We're already seeing it in our import.
All right, so you think about the second half, you think about all the freight that's going to move from summer stuff to winter and fall stuff, also Christmas shopping as well.
Bookings data, we're going to see perhaps more industrial production ramp up as we see a lot of the things that we've been teasing over the last couple of months. And so really the expectation is that things will continue to get stronger and stronger and tighter and tighter. Refrigerated markets are also incredibly tight. Temp rejections are at 27%, which is really a cycle high. It's something we haven't seen since COVID. And that is being reflected in major markets across the United States. Now, when we look at the map, this is the haul map. Again, go to blue markets because blue markets are good. That's where there's more freight outbound than there is trucks inbound. The market looks largely the same. If you've been watching over the last couple of days, you'll notice that this map really isn't changing much. One point that I'd point out is that Northern California did get a little softer. It did revert to red where it was previously blue. Again, blue markets are good. The blue to blue is where you should go. If you want more freight, go to the blue markets.
All right, now one thing he hasn't differentiate is whether this is refrigerated freight or dry goods. I'm going to assume this looks like dry good to me. I could be wrong, but it looked like it looked like refrigerated good. I hope I said that right. This looked like refrigerated goods to me. Let me see. You got blue up there in Iowa. Let's see if we can't put some zoom in on that. You got blue up there in Iowa. You got some up there in Michigan, Wisconsin. Okay, so no. All right. Red up there in Michigan, Illinois. All right. So you kind of got the usual suspects, but Columbus, Ohio, a little bit red, but then it's all red down here in Florida. All right. And it's lightening up here in Texas, blue down here in California. California is kind of like a farming state. Like it has a lot of industry there, a lot of industry, a lot of agriculture is in Florida. I mean, damn, California. Let's see.
Avoid those red markets. You can find this data inside of the Sonar app. If you don't have Sonar, Core Sonar, you can get the Blue to Blue app, which is in the iOS store. It really provides this data on a mobile device. You can also get the rate plugin, the Quick Rates plugin.
Y'all go check that out.
Or the Market Monitor if you're an executive. And frankly, every executive across the space should have at least Market Monitor, because that tells us what's happening in the market and gives you a macro perspective that you can see what exactly conditions look like. This is a really important fact to know what's happening. We're going to continue to watch this data over the next couple of days. I do expect we'll see continuing tightening. I do expect we'll see spot rates. We're going to see all-time highs and records hit. We should get over. My expectation is that.
Let me go ahead and give a round of applause right there. All-time highs. Okay, he already done said it. I've been reporting that we've been seeing some crazy increases. I've been doing my research on this thing, man. All-time highs. Okay, so with that being said, now it's not the time to be playing around with your money. Do not let these trucking companies, do not let these carriers play around with your money, man. Okay, look, $2 a mile just ain't gonna get it. $2 a mile just ain't cutting it. $1.50 a mile just ain't cutting it, man. Getting paid off of fuel bonuses, just that ain't it. That ain't it, man. Okay.
That will be over $4 a mile by the end of the holiday. So
$4 a mile, my lord.
So this time next week, we will see $4 a mile. That's my expectation. We also potentially could get greater than 20% tender rejections, which would be absolutely fireworks for the freight market.
Fireworks for the freight market.
Hey, we're going to go ahead and pause it and end it right there. Hey, dog, truckers are winning. Truckers are winning. Y'all should be winning too. If you're not winning, you need to be getting with a company that's going to make sure that you are on the winning team, okay? It's real easy to get gobbled up out here, man. It's real easy to get deceived out here. Don't be deceived. Money is being made hand over fist. If your trucking company is still paying you $1.50 per mile, you might want to go ahead, and you are a owner operator, you might want to leave them. If you aren't getting 70 cents per mile, 75 cents per mile, if you are not getting $3 a mile in this market right here, you might want to go ahead and leave that trucking company. Okay? Hey, with that being said, man, we're going to go ahead and call it a day. You heard me? Hey, it's a great day in trucking. Until next time, we out.